This is definitely trash too. Yum. Well, hello all my book babes out there, and welcome to the first Garbaugust vlog. So this is week 1. Now if you're keeping up with the weekly reading, I have both the bingo card and the weekly reading, but week 1 is category romance or men's adventure. So I'm definitely going to center on the romance, and specifically shifter romance, because that's definitely something I used to read a lot of back in the day. Don't judge me, okay? Kindle Unlimited is where it's at. So for the first week of Garbaugust, I actually read 4 books. Okay, I actually started a little bit early, but it all evened out. All of these have different books in the series. So if you want to continue looking at these, Kindle is where I got all of these from, and they're also all by Black authors as well. So the first book I read is a reversed harem shifter romance called Betty. Now I will say, of all the books that I read this week, that Betty was my least favorite. But it's basically one of those BBW, Big Beautiful Women reverse harem books, like space fantasy romance. Anyway, it's a lot going on. But it's book 2 in this Klaxian cyborg mates series or whatnot. Anyway, so basically aliens have come to Earth searching for mates because, you know, there's no female on their planets because of something unknown. And you have this woman named Betty, the BBW. She's basically this lonely woman on planet Earth that decides that this alien matchmaking service is a much better entity to bide her time with than her own family. So in the process, she of course gets a lot of mates, and I feel like it seems like every single person she encountered is her mate, and she's constantly asking, oh, how many more mates do I have? How many more mates did I have? It was just very annoying and redundant by far. And then you throw in all this issue about like her grandma and all these little southern sayings that she has. Just y'all, okay? But this book was a lot, like too much, and also I think like not enough. I think weirdly there was just a lot of like tedious shopping trips involved. I mean, it's like they're buying up whole Walmarts to take back to this alien planet. And I felt that the book was just kind of going through the motions when it came to sex, you know, like once you actually got to it, because it took so long to actually get to it, and I didn't even think it was really that hot. It was repeatedly using the word claiming. And it was just like, oh, it's my turn to claim her. Oh no, it's my turn. So you pretty much have everybody going in succession with all of these different mates out there. Just kind of annoying. I didn't know what the hell was going on with this book. And then you throw in all these serious themes that the book kept throwing in. Like there was human trafficking, there was like transgender children, and adopting like 100 kids, almost like you were acquiring shoes. There was just a lot of problematic elements for me in this book. And then you kept throwing all these like continual references to people before even explaining who they really were. So overall, as you can tell, this is not a series. I forgot how many books are in this series, but it's definitely not a series that I will be continuing. And I'm definitely glad that it was a novella. It was like 180 pages, so not for me. And the second book that I read is called Pack Queen. So you had this lady named Charity, or was it Chastity? Anyway, I think her name's Charity. We'll call her Charity. So she basically has proved that there is the existence of actual shifters. So she gets a job at this like border control agency for shifters, and her boss forces her to take an undercover assignment for this fertility clinic for shifters to figure out what's going on. So while she's there, she meets this group of 3 sexy shifters shifters that have like a makeshift pack. Like you have a lion, a tiger, and some hybrid wolf. And so they all kind of figure out that they're, you know, meant for each other, and also undercover in medical experimentations and illegal breeding program. So this book actually had plot to go with the sex, and I really did enjoy that. It had a very well executed plot. You had like violence, you had kidnapping, you actually had feelings that were expressed really, really well. So I really did enjoy this book quite a whole lot. And then the next book, y'all, these bugs, oh my gosh. Dragon's Reluctant Sacrifice, a dragon shifter romance. The Last Dragons, book 1. So basically you have this woman named Chrissy who has some sort of incurable, mysterious disease, and she basically is gonna die. So she goes to this clinic and is going to do something really illegal, let's just say, to the doctor. And so while she's there, she is caught by some sort of goddess and is sacrificed to this dragon kingdom, where basically dragons are not able to procreate and are gonna go out of extinction unless they get a sacrifice that have their babies. So anyway, so that is what she's supposed to be there for, and she is actually not that upset about it because she's miraculously cured in this kingdom. Now, I enjoyed this book a lot. I thought that it was absolutely hilarious. I was laughing just throughout this book. I thought that the main character Chrissy was just really, really funny, and I think Karun, that's the dragon sister, shifter's reaction to her was just priceless at times. I do think that his brothers are a bit juvenile, but you know, it's a boys' world out there, you know. But I did like that, you know, homegirl had nothing to lose, so she just threw it all out there. Now, I will say that while I enjoyed this book, what toward the end kind of irritated me and made me downgrade it more was the fact that there was a rash decision that was not thought out, was not mature, and was utterly ridiculous that happened like right at the end, and it just really pissed me off. Overall, I did enjoy this particular book and wouldn't mind reading a little bit more in the series. And the last book, big box set that I got, definitely didn't plan on reading the whole box set. I generally don't read like an entire series. So anyway, so this one is called Orlosian Warriors Limited Edition Box Set 2. So the one book that I did read was called Calm Assurance. You have this warrior angel guy that is somehow assigned to be a watcher, like a guardian angel, if you will, and protector over this woman, Melina. And he is somehow drawn to her, and he's trying to figure out what exactly is this connection that they have to each other. What I really thought was interesting about this book is that it kind of has a tie-in with vampires. So basically angels that have somehow fallen from grace and fallen in love with a woman, if they decide to stay on earth, then now they become vampires and need to suck the blood. So anyway, this book definitely had an interesting premise that I thought was really unique. But what I thought was most interesting about it is a lot of these romance books tend to have a very cookie cutter perceived ending, and this one actually had some real world, in this world, consequences to not make it so cookie cutter as you would expect. So I really did enjoy that. One thing that really did irritate me about this book, okay, that was really just, I don't know, it was just funny. So old girl has some issue with old dude, right? And decides that she's going to quit her good paying job to go work at a strip club. Now, I don't understand that whole concept of me and my man got issues, so I'm gonna just go do something stupid like that. But that seems to be Melina, that's her name. That seems to be her MO, just dumb shit. So I thought that was pretty interesting. So anyway, so that is basically my week of reading some shifter romances. Most of these are well, actually all of these, oh my god y'all, these books are pretty short, you know, 250 pages or less, which is my sweet spot when it comes to shifter romances. Okay y'all, let me know if you're into shifter romances and if you've heard any of these. Okay, so like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.